We're fantastic. We have Brian and Juliet on here.
Nice to meet you.
I don't think I got where Brian was from. He was having mic issues. Juliet is from the Louisville area.
Okay.
Brian, where are you from? We still can't hear you. We're still having issues with your mic. No worries, no worries. Whenever you get it fixed, you can also communicate with us through the chat feature if you can't get the mic working. No worries. Oh, Colorado, beautiful, beautiful Colorado. It's just out there.
Mm-hmm.
Are you active duty, Brian?
He is. Brian, do
Got
you
it.
have MS Teams on your cell phone by any chance? Or did the link come with a phone number? Because you could always keep the camera on, but communicate with us through phone. I've done that. I've played with technology that way. It's not the most convenient, but at least it avoids you from writing all the notes all the time.
Creative.
Yeah.
So do you want to go ahead and lead in with this? Yeah, until Jacob comes on, or
Oh, sure, sure. I mean, I'll
okay.
start a little bit. So you said the other person is Julie or Julia?
Juliet,
Jul
she
Juliet.
graduated from the University of Georgia, but she resides in the Louisville area working at a local packaging company.
Yes, I
UGA.
do.
That's great. What is your background, Julia? Juliet.
So that kind of is my background in a nutshell.
Like major.
Well, I went to the University of Georgia. I majored in English actually. So what I'm doing now, I'm taking some classes at JCTC just to kind of get caught up in like the math that you would need for this program. So I'll be finished up with that in the spring.
Awesome.
Excellent. Excellent. And your current job requires you to do some of the ISC type work, requires ISC
Not
skills.
Not really right now. I am
Hmm.
in customer service, but because it's manufacturing, I'd like to move into something that's much more to do with the manufacturing than just what I'm doing right now in customer service.
Wonderful, wonderful. And if Brian has figured out the technology, I would love to know exactly his background so that I can position the next 5, 10 minutes before Jacob comes, position it for them. Brian, I see you are working on technology, I guess. Okay, no problem, no problem. All right, whenever you're ready, just kind of hop in. So, hey, welcome. We really appreciate you taking your, about an hour or so to understand and learn more about the program. My name is Pratik Parikh. I'm the department chair. To those who already have a PhD, they call me by my first name, but because you guys are all in the program right now, it's safer to just call us with our, with Dr. Reed or Dr. Parikh. I have been with this department for about 6 years now. We used to be industrial engineering and we have evolved, transformed to industrial systems. There's a lot going on in this department and you've joined at the perfect time. New courses getting launched in systems engineering that you'll have an opportunity to take. This program actually got launched back in 2021 fall, and in just merely this is the fourth year, we have 100 plus students. So about 80, 75, 80 are currently enrolled in this term. And then, because of the flexibility of the program, students decide whether they like term one classes or term two classes, or they want to take a term off because of job obligations or family obligations. So the 8 week curriculum or 8 week term really makes it very, very flexible for many of you, whether you're active duty or you're a family person or you have other job responsibilities. So Jacob is here. Jacob, whenever you're ready, if you want to just hop in, I was just kind of getting to know Brian a little bit and Julia a little. Juliet, is that right? Juliet?
Yes, that's correct.
Excellent, a wonderful name. Um, so Jacob Reed, Dr. Reed, he is a faculty in the program. I think he's driving.
Yeah,
Are
I'm
you?
here.
That's fine. I
Can you
can I
hear me?
can continue as long as you're there. That's fine. You can hear. How
Are you
far along are you
driving?
from your computer? How many more minutes?
Am I driving? I'm
Yeah.
driving hands free. I'm just talking.
Okay, okay. How far along? How far are you away from your office?
We're about 20-ish minutes out.
Okay, okay. I'll continue as long as I can until my technician interrupts. So, So Dr. Reed will be the program director. He's your main point of contact. And Miss Leanne Ellis, she is, I like to call her goddess. She knows so much more. She guides everybody. She blesses everybody. So we have her blessings. And so she's the assistant director for the speech school actually, and manages all graduate programs, masters. And so we are very blessed to have her and mentor the students, mentor some of us because some of the rules that she knows, no one else knows. So as far as Dr. Reed is concerned, you'll not see me, but when you interact with Reed, Dr. Reed, he will be your point person for all academic questions. When I say academic, so there are academic questions and administrative. So all academic meaning which course should I take, when should I take, whether this makes sense for me or not. I'm from an English major, I'm from a military major background, I'm an OR person, I'm less with computers, I like more human factors, all of those things. Jacob Reed is your go-to person. And all the administrative things, oh, there's a hold on the account, there are some transcripts issues here and there. Miss Alice Leanne would be in charge of that. I would highly recommend both of you whenever you have applied and you're a part of the program, just make sure whatever you communicate, you always CC the other so that they both are in the loop. Now, before I get into the program, have you both applied or this is more information right now?
I have not applied yet, but I plan on applying next semester.
Wonderful. And Brian applied, thumbs up. Cannot hear you. Is it in the chat? Because I cannot hear you. Okay. I did apply, yes. Okay, good, good. So you probably already are into the program. So let's get kind of into the high level, and then if time permits, we'll go into the weeds, right? So let me kind of who's running the slides?
Charlie.
Charlie? Okay, thank you, Charlie. So this is our MSISE program, Industrial and Systems Engineering. It's kind of unique in a way that it combines both engineering and business. That's how we like to say it interleaves both domains. So if you're very, very interested in understanding how people, processes, products, and technology work together, I think this is one of those disciplines that kind of really combines everything. My undergrad was in mechanical, and I always felt like I don't want to spend my entire life in a lab coming up with new products when I don't even know how that product is going to be manufactured. Can I make it affordable? What is the environmental impact of that product? Are people going to be able to use it if I'm designing for my mom or my grandparents? Are they going to use it? What are the difficulties that they will have? I never got to learn those skills. I just went and did robots, right? This was like 25 years back. And I have my own story. I'll tell you some other day. But I felt like this discipline, jumping into this discipline, really allowed me to broaden my scope of being a true engineer. I feel like if you're designing a product, then or a service, you gotta have people as part of your decision-making process, as part of your design process, and make sure that whatever you're designing goes through the entire channel of supply chain into the heads of the user, right? So what this particular discipline allows you, if you have an undergrad or you're kind of looking at pivoting into a new career, it allows that broad skill set, right? It's very, very versatile. You could be working in information technology, supply chain domain, or public service or defense. We have Brian right there. Or you could be into manufacturing like Juliet, you, or hop into healthcare. Tomorrow, manufacturing, you feel like, I've done enough. I have all these good skill sets. I want to hop into healthcare because I want to help make a difference in the US healthcare system. Oh, you can easily hop into Norton or Mayo Clinic or Cleveland Clinic or wherever you want to work because the skills are very transferable. So your different job profiles that you can see on your screen, it just allows you to be employable. We like to call ISC as a discipline which is recession proof. Okay, that's something that we always talk about. And the reason why we say it is people, we have seen very few ISCs who don't have a job. They may choose not to work. That's a different story. But they don't have a job is very unheard of because they can hop, right? So that makes it, and that's why U.S. News and World Reports has ranked ISC as the number one engineering job among all engineering disciplines, which is a fabulous recognition, and it speaks to the versatility of the degree. So I don't want to be too formal here. Just jump in with a question, Brian or Juliet. I think we lost Brian, did we? Yeah, we lost him for a second, so I think hopefully he'll reboot and come. So, in terms of demand, thank you, Charlie. Really appreciate it. As I said, the ranking is number one, because of that versatility in a number of jobs. The year after year growth for the next 9 years, this is the projection from last year for 10 years, is 11% for ISEs, again, compared to all engineering disciplines, which is 7%. And by the way, when they say all engineers, ISE is also part of that math. So technically, it's about 6% or 5.5 for all other engineers. And so what we like to call ISEs, it's in the black banner. We are systems thinkers, okay, who innovate at the intersection of people, process, business, and technology to make a world. The word is systems thinkers, right? So we don't sit down and just kind of more focus on that one gadget. We try to think about where is this small product or a gadget, how is it going to plug into the bigger module and then the bigger module and bigger modules, so systems and above that systems, and where are people involved and what are the different business practices that are involved to make this gadget make a difference for that system, right? You don't want to build something that is standalone. If that makes sense. In terms of Brian is back, so good. In terms of the customization of your education, so my philosophy, and it's been shared by Dr. Reed as well, is when you go for a graduate degree, it should not be designed in a way that an undergrad degree is typically designed. There is a philosophical difference between the two degrees. An undergrad degree is like a pipeline where you are at one end of a pipe and somebody's pushing you from behind and say, get out from the other side. And that is your undergrad. A master's degree is like somebody's walking next to you through that pipe and they're helping you. But at the end of the day, you have to decide how you want to walk, which, if there is a fork, which angle you want to go. We are here to advise you, but we also want to make sure that you get some basic core knowledge, but there should be enough flexibility in the program. So having said that, the program is structured as follows. There are three options: course, project, and thesis. We'll talk about course right now. Project and thesis, I'll take questions, or Reed will take questions in the Q&A session. The course-based option is 10 courses. 5 are required from the department, 5 are elective. I would like to take a little bit of pride and on behalf of our faculty and my department that we're probably one of the very few programs in the nation which allows a 50% flexibility in the program. Most universities or most programs that I've seen are less flexible. There would be one or two, of course, but they're less flexible. Or they're so flexible that you do walk in and you take a bunch of classes with no background. So there needs to be a fine spot. We're trying to get that, and we found 5 courses would be a fine spot. So you will take those 5, out of which 2 or 3 would be mandatory, and the other 2 would be electives among the 3 domains that you see: human factors, data analytics, or supply chain. Dr. Reed will guide you on what courses are available when, and you can kind of structure it. And then the remaining 5 are electives. Now, when we say elective, the electives can be still from our program because we have so many other courses. It could be from our sister program, which is engineering management, still within our department, but it's online, same style, 8 weeks. Dr. Aklan is the program director. We coordinate with him. Or you could take it outside of the department with permission, and that permission will come through Dr. Reed, and Leanne will work with you on some of the background. Now, those elective courses, if you take it outside the program or outside the department, there is a chance that they may not be available in an 8-week format. If it is, great. If not, it could be a 15-week format. There is a chance that that course may not be even available online at all. Then you are stuck with taking it on campus, which we recommend. If you're local, then you can take it. But if you're not local, then avoid going that route. So those are some caveats that you'll have to work through. But we have plenty of classes in the department and in the EM program that you probably wouldn't have to worry about going out. That makes sense? Okay, so far so good. Okay, Charlie. Yeah, great. We do have certificates that are that you can kind of build into the program. When I say build into the program, I mean you don't have to take any extra courses. You don't have to spend extra time. You will spend extra $40 to apply to the program. That's the only cost associated with it. But you could build 1, 2, up to 3 certificates as part of your degree. So you could come out as a master's in ISC with 2 certificates, Six Sigma and Engineering Logistics, built into it. So you could actually go ahead and show it to your potential employer if you're pivoting your career, or to your current boss and say, look, I don't not only have a degree in ISE, but I also have specialization in these 2 domains, and that's being justified through my certificates. So you can do that. You don't have to. Excellent. I think we're going to talk about the online today. This is also meant for on-campus students. If you are thinking of taking some courses on campus, not a problem. If you're local, we can do it. But online is all 8-week terms. So I mentioned it's asynchronous. This is very critical. You don't have to be at the same time when the lecture is delivered. In fact, all the lectures have been recorded by our professors some time back, and they would be released in a gradual setting on Blackboard, our online learning platform. And you will, once you register, you will have an instructor. We call them, they're still the instructor of the class, but we are facilitators. They're not doing active teaching. They're going to do passive mentoring. So as the lectures are getting released, they will hold office hours. You can ask questions, get clarifications. Exams would be, or assignments would be released on time, and you can then turn those material in, and they'll grade and send it back to you. They may run open office hours on Friday or whatever day. They may learn a small meet and greet, just to kind of, or a discussion board to help you engage with other students and the instructor. So there'll be ample opportunities for you to work and get to know your instructor, get to know the TA, get to know some other students, as long as you kind of follow the different options available in that specific class. Not everything is available in every class, but most of them are. Usually, just a second, Charlie, the time frame, this is totally going to be up to you. We have 3 semesters, fall, spring, summer. Each semester is split into 2 terms, 1 and 2. So there are 6 terms per year. If you take 1 course per semester or per term, which is what we recommend normally, that's 6 down in 1 year. So you could graduate in about a year and a half. Some do take 2 years because they want to take a break, and some we have seen who, for whatever reason, they have enough leeway at their work or with family, they end up taking 2 in a term. We don't recommend that, but they have done it and they've done well. So we will also absolutely let you choose that. And then there are 3 focus areas, as I spoke already. Charlie? So I think we've already spoken about the course-only option. We'll not talk about project and thesis at this time. As such, we recommend that you first spend a full semester, so take courses in the first 2 terms, settle down, see what you like, see how you're doing in the courses, interact with Dr. Reed, and then take the next step, whether you really want to do a project-based or thesis-based, which is a little bit more involved and some semi-independent work to be done, or you're happy taking courses. We can cross that bridge at that time. Some of the curriculum items here, if you see at the top, there are 3 required courses, Prob and Stats, Probability and Statistics. Everybody takes that in their first term, so please make sure right at the top, I don't know if you can see my screen, but way at the top, 560, you must take that in the first semester. Do not delay. And then the first opportunity you get for experimental design after taking 560, take it. Those 2, you absolutely want to take it as soon as possible because many of the other courses are kind of connected. Systems engineering is a new course that will be launched. It will be available, I would like to say, in spring 27. So you can delay that. It doesn't have any connectivity with other courses, so you can delay it and even take it in the last semester. For now, it's not available online. We are launching it for the first time on campus. And then if you see on the left panel under focus areas, there are 3 focus areas listed. Each one, remember I said you have to take about 5. So because systems engineering right now is listed, but it's not available to you, we will work with you on that. So 560 and 664 at the top, 2 plus 3 among any of these focus areas. So in human factors, we have listed 5. You can take 3 out of 5 there. In data analytics, 3 out of 4. In logistics, 3 out of 3. Those are the 3 courses. Some of these courses are also intertwined with the certificates that I had mentioned before. So if you take a bunch of these courses in a proper order, suddenly, or not suddenly, automatically you'll qualify for a certificate. And that discussion you should continue to have with Dr. Reed as time progresses. you don't have to declare a certificate ahead of time. You can first finish the courses, and then if you say, oh, I'm not graduated yet, and I want to now apply for that certificate, we'll back count those courses if you're still in the program. Okay, it's easier to do that. So that's 5 right there, not counting systems engineering. So systems engineering might be an elective for you guys. And then you have the remaining, courses that are elective, right? So 4 elective plus system engineering being the 5th one. Does that make sense so far? Okay, I'm sure this slide would be shared, but at the bottom, if you see, it says non-ISE electives, and that is what I mentioned, engineering management or other departments. I believe engineering management, I'm not sure if there's some in electrical. There might be a few in computer science, but Leanne, are the computer science courses 8 weeks or they are actually 15?
Electrical and computer, they are all 15, 16-week classes, and a lot of them have prereqs listed that they would have to meet.
Oh, the electrical is actually a 15-week program. I thought they had
Yes.
done 8 weeks. Oh, okay.
No.
So we are the only ones in 8 weeks,
No,
ISC and
just
AM?
engineering, just engineering management and industrial. They are the only 8-week programs.
Makes us unique on one more front. Excellent. Student friendly. So EM and ISC, remember that 8-week courses, everything else could be more. I know some of the business courses are like 5 weeks, which is very hard to finish, but people can do it. So just make sure, keep that in the mind. Finish your core courses ASAP, and then as you learn more, keep interacting with Dr. Reed about the electives. Excellent. Any other things that are left here? Let's see, what was the next slide? There are scholarship opportunities. It's restricted to those who are paying $8.50 per credit hour, which is full fees. So if you're getting a military discount or things like that, you won't be eligible for that. That's already a 60-70% discount on $8.50. But those who are paying full tuition, we do have some opportunity for small scholarship here and there. Work with Dr. Reed or Leanne. They'll send you a form. You can describe your situation, and we go up to 10. In extreme cases, we go up to 15% per per semester. We'll try our best to do what we can to help you be successful, but they are limited and they're competitive. So just make sure that you do mention your academic background, your industry training, and GPA matters a lot. So just keep up your GPA. And if you don't get it one semester, don't worry. If your GPA increases and you want to apply another semester, no problem. You have to apply every semester. And a semester has 2 terms. So we give you together for both terms. I think that covers that slide. Yeah, we already mentioned, all backgrounds are welcome. In fact, we have Dr. Reed is collecting some data on it. I believe from what I know, more than 50% of our students who have been in the program and who have graduated till date have a non-engineering degree. I know for sure because I've done these online sessions before he had taken over, and many years, but at the beginning, we had students from history, Russian studies, philosophy, psychology. I don't know. I can't name so many different backgrounds, but here is the caveat. They didn't simply finish their undergrad and jump into an engineering degree. No, that didn't happen, right? It's hard. They were actually working in the industry for 4, 5, 6 years in a certain area, and then they realized that, oh, they have gathered a lot of practical knowledge in that domain, but they lacked the foundation. So they came back, and that was the reasoning for them to come back into the program and for us to admit them, because we felt they have the motivation, they have the practical background, they lack theory, we could teach them, we got them in the program, and they all successfully, many of them successfully graduated. I don't have the data in front of me. So having said that, if you're a non-engineering student, then clearly Calculus 1 is the minimum requirement that you will have to fulfill. And there are different ways, avenues. Miss Leanne will definitely guide you on that. It's on the slide, but she can guide you. And once you finish the Calc 1 requirement with, I think we do a B or better or C or better. I don't remember. C or better?
We can take it with a C.
We can take it as C. Usually, we'll prefer a B or better, but we can take it as C. So please make sure that that is kind of taken care of. Now, Brian, is your mic still working or?
I did some things with it. Does this help?
Yes, it does. It does.
Oh,
So
thank
can you tell
goodness.
us a little
Okay,
bit
this
about
is
your
great. I
background?
can actually talk with you guys. This is so much better. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, everything's working. So yeah, it's going good. It's going good. Yeah, I guess.
Can you tell us a little bit
Let's
about
see.
yourself? Yeah.
Yeah. So background on me. I just recently graduated from the University of Utah. I got a construction engineering degree, commissioned into the Air Force. So right now I'm an Air Force officer. I'm doing a like recruiting gig for 1 year. It's like a short-term assignment, um, which really it just brought me home. And so that's the reason I decided to do it was because it was a year, it got me home with my family, which was good. And then after this, I'll go to Intel school, Goodfellow Air Force Base down in Texas. Right now I'm working on a master's degree, an MBA at Troy University. However, those classes, at least for me, it's just, I don't know. An MBA is so, everyone's got an MBA. It's just very, I think, in my opinion, it's kind of basic. And so I wanted to go and look back at this program again because I already did apply for this program beforehand. But I just want to kind of come back and see and talk to y'all and ask a couple questions about it.
Sure.
But yeah, so I
Sure.
guess that's
I would
background on me, where I went around and everything.
I would encourage you to have a conversation with us at the tail end of this call once I'm done, and I think I'm pretty close to finishing, to consider potentially course transfer or credit transfer. Maybe 6 credits from your MBA program if it's a graduate level, and we might be able to give you that credit. So we can talk more about it. But good to hear you finally. You're audible.
Yeah, no, I'm happy to
Excellent.
actually like talk. It's great instead of just sitting here like, oh, I can't say anything.
Yes,
But
yes,
yeah.
wonderful, wonderful. Charlie, can you? Yeah. Oh, there was the last slide. Great, great. So that's Reed, Dr. Reed, right there. By the way, just to give you a little bit of. Oh, Jacob, can you hear us? Can you give us a little bit of background about yourself, if it's feasible?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. This is Jacob Reed. I was at a facility tour for my on-campus course, version of a course that you will take or potentially take in the online program. Uh, yeah, my background, I did all my education at U of L. Worked a lot with Leanne as an undergraduate student, and she was great then, and she's still great now in my new role as on the other side of things, so to speak. Did bachelor's, master's, PhD. My PhD focus was looking at training. I was a human factors focused industrial systems engineer, although we didn't have the systems component at the time in the program. And I looked at how to improve training with immersive technologies, like think about augmented virtual reality technology and simulated environments for training. And I was training in high stress environments, so think tactical medicine, attending to trauma, things like that. And the part about industrial engineering that really piqued my interest as a, I guess, 17 or 16-year-old, or however old I was at the time, was the human element in our design and our efforts. And so it really makes no surprise that I eventually wound up focusing on human factors, because that's what brought me to it in the first place. Yeah, I've been in this faculty role now for a little over a year, in this program director role for, oh man, how many months has it been? 12 minus 5. About 5 or 6 months. Yeah. So yeah, it's really great. This is a very unique group to work with. The online program group is a very unique population of people, and it's I think, Brian, is that correct? You said you're Air Force, and so we work with a lot of military folks in our program, and they are awesome to work with. I had a student, a couple semesters ago who was Air Force, like in Alaska or somewhere that's way too cold for me, and just the problem solving and the trying to think of the word, but just doesn't need me to solve the problem. Only needs me to step in very rare circumstances. So that's one thing I've really liked about working with this program. Yeah, I might have bloviated a little bit. What was the original question? Just talk about myself?
Yes, just a little bit of background so that they know who their program director would be, and is rather, right? So
Yeah.
thank you, Jacob.
You mentioned Dr. Akwan. I don't know if he wants to say anything. I got him right here next to me. I'll put him on the spot. Just say hello.
Yeah, hello everyone. I'm Faisal Aklan. I'm the director of the engineering management program, and I was actually with Jacob in the facility tour. So in our engineering management program, we have a lot of courses that MSI students they can take as electives. So take a look at these courses. Reach out to me if you're interested in taking any of these courses as electives. So we have the Six Sigma certification also as part of the engineering management. So you can take that as well.
Thank you, Doctor.
Excellent. Thank you,
I
gentlemen.
put him on the
Really
spot. I
appreciate
didn't tell him I was going to do that.
So, Jacob, just be on the call, and maybe some of the Q&A, we might need you, but I'll try to handle as much as I can.
I'll be here. I'll show my face here in like less than 5 minutes.
Fair, great, wonderful. All right. So let's field some questions here. I mean, I think we gave a quick background on the program and the uniqueness, but I think it's important that Brian, you and Juliet, if you come from very different backgrounds and different expectations, where can we help you and how can we get you started?
Well, I did have a question. I was
Sure.
emailing, it must have been like last year, I was emailing with someone on your team. I reached out about what prereqs I would need because I'm coming from, a BA, and they said that I could take brief calculus with applications. Are you wanting me to take calculus 1 before, or you said that that was like the prereq that you would require? Should I take that instead of what I was
Juliet,
told
are you
the
taking
year
math
before?
once?
Yes.
Are you taking math 174 JCC KCTS?
No, I think it's math 170 was what I was set up to take, but I mean, my semester hasn't started yet. I can always pivot over. I was just asking for clarification.
You need math 174.
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
know what their qualifications are for that class, so I would go by your advisor there to see
Okay.
if you're qualified for that coming from a BA. But that is what we're looking for
Okay.
for this program.
All right. Perfect. Thank you.
I'm glad that you
Randy,
asked that
can you show
question.
that slide, please? The last slide that we had all the Calc 1 requirement. One before this, yeah. The one before this, I guess. Slide 9.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, math 174. Good memory.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Do you think,
And
Juliet, you can pivot to that course and kind of fulfill the
Yes.
Calc 1 requirement? Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
and they are a full semester program there. So if you're looking, our summer classes will start, don't quote me on this. You're a local girl, so it's going to be the Monday right after Derby. I
Okay.
don't know that date yet. So that may sometimes that spring class may run right into that term 1 for summer, but you could apply for summer term 2 if you
Okay.
wish, and that would start. I don't have the exact date on me right now, but that date will be towards the end of June.
Okay.
Or you
Perfect.
can start in the fall semester. Just stay, on the traditional pathway.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And so once this PowerPoint, or once we're done with the session, I think Charlie's team will be sending out the PowerPoint. So you will have our contact information. So if you have any email or any questions on any of that, definitely send me an email. We'll go from there.
Okay.
And Brian, I sent you an email during the session.
Yes, ma'am. I saw it.
Got it.
If
Okay.
I can chime in, I would be okay to consider making an exception if the semester is kind of. So the Derby is on May 1st and May 2nd, I think. So I think May 4th might be our day of online classes, unless it's May 11th. And if it runs into our semester, the KCTCS is not ending. As long as we know what kind of approximate grade you're getting or where you're positioned, we might be able to get you started. My only concern is that term 1 has a 560, but term 2 may not have 560, and I really want her to start in 560. So we can cross that bridge. Just stay in touch with Leanne and Dr. Reed. Juliet, please. And as you get closer, go ahead and apply for term 1 of May, the summer semester. We can easily move you to fall if really needed.
All right. That sounds great. Thank you.
Yep. Wonderful. Any other questions from you?
None from me.
Okay. Brian, did you have any questions?
I've got a couple. I have them
Sure.
written down, and just from other times and stuff I've looked through. The first one, we're talking about courses and just everything being pretty flexible. With the military and just with my long-term goals, military obviously does a lot of stuff with just regards to, international relations and stuff with different countries like that. So that's something I do have an interest in. And on top of that as well, nuclear engineering, once I'm done with my military commitment, is our nuclear realm is something that I'm interested in once I'm done with my military commitment. So with both of those, I know that there's an online master's with some energy courses. I didn't see anything nuclear on there. Do you guys know of, or anybody know of any like nuclear or international relations type courses that I might be able to blend in with this degree so I can kind of get a good realm of everything I'm looking for?
Not in speed school. We don't. I know the program you're talking about, and we don't have anything in that program that would be applicable with what you're looking for. I don't know. You may look at the physics department. The only thing is they probably will not be online.
Okay.
That's going to be the issue with that.
Would most of those online degrees, or well, most of the online, all the online courses, that's going to be on that page with all the online master's degrees, because I've poked through all of those, and that's where it's all going to be. Everything else will be in
Yes.
person. Is that correct?
Within the online learning program or their website. Yes, so they will have all the online programs listed, and I know physics is not participating in an online program.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So nuclear, probably not. And then looking through other stuff as well, international relations is a thing too. I saw like criminal justice, and I was like the closest, but would there be anything else that you know of, or is everything once again just going to be right there?
Unless business school has a graduate program within U of L's business school, because we're if you're doing an MBA, we can potentially transfer in up to 2 courses or 6 hours from your MBA from Troy to U of L's MSISE degree. We could do that. If you get here and maybe business school has like international business or some kind of international graduate course that Dr. Reed approves, that is a possibility as long as it's online.
I'll look into those and see. Dr. Reed, is that something that potentially you would be okay with doing, or would you prefer just to keep it more with regards to, I guess, just industrial engineering type of things? And if you don't have an answer, that's okay. I'm just shooting it out there
I
to see.
understand. I typically answer with, let me look at the syllabus and see how much, relevance the course has to an industrial and systems engineering education. Obviously, there's things that we approve that you aren't going to find in our department because it's not exactly industrial and systems engineering. I really try to do it on a case-by-case basis. I mean, we've approved a pretty, I think, diverse variety of non-ISE courses, but they are technical electives. So you have to keep in mind, you want there to be a technical element to the course to add to your technical education. I think you said it earlier, and I actually nudged Faisal, Dr. Aklon's shoulder in here when you said, everybody's getting an MBA. I want something different or something to that effect. And I was like, oh, that's a good line. We should grab that. So
hey, as long as you put a little trademark by it.
Sure. Yeah, sure. No problem.
Let me interject real quick here. Leanne, do you know if MESC program is 15 or 8 weeks?
It's 15.
And I'm on their website right now. They have a bunch of courses, obviously 15.
Can we talk about that after this?
Oh yeah, sure, no problem. So we can, but everything has been answered, Brian. If you can find something that is reasonable, try to get a syllabus and just pass it on to Dr. Reed. Let him take a look at it. We have had students give us syllabus that were very, very relevant, and it was a no-brainer. And then we have had syllabus where we saw things that are like, oh, you're going to learn how to code in Python. Well, not at a graduate school level. When you go to grad school, you don't take a course to learn Python. That's an undergrad first year, and many kids now do it in high school. So we will not approve. Although it's a graduate course required in computer science, and they count it, we don't count it. So we can cross that bridge at that time.
Sure. Makes sense.
No problem.
Okay, that was the first one. Second one, potentially I might be going to pilot training depending on how assignments work. So I would probably have to take a full year off. Is that okay? Because I know you can take a break, but taking a full year, is that all right with this program?
Absolutely. And I think that's one of the unique concepts of this program. Number one, with it being online. Number two, with it being 8 weeks. So depending on when you go to school, flight training school, if you leave like in November, October, you could potentially take a term one course. But yes, so if you have to take, let's say, a fall and spring semester off, not a problem. Let me know, and then I will, hey, Brian, this is what you need to do when you are ready to return. I'll provide you with a link, and then we'll go from there. So absolutely.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
You're
And
welcome.
then the last one as well, cost with the military. I know you guys do a discount to $250 to match that tuition assistance rate. With that as well, are there like extra fees and things I need to be aware of that I need to know about that
Yes.
are not covered? Which ones are those?
So the tuition for active duty, qualifying active duty is $250 per credit hour currently.
Yes, ma'am.
That is tuition only. So we have tuition plus fees. The fees are not covered by that active duty military rate. The fees are the responsibility of that student. So the current fees are for the semester would be summer, fall, or spring. So it'd be term one and or term two. It's a $50 speed technology fee.
Okay.
All students are charged that from undergrad to PhD level. So that's $50 a semester. In addition to that, all online students are assessed an additional $10 per credit hour for each course. So all of the courses in the program are 3 credit hours. So that would be an additional $30 assessed in fees. So it would be $30 per 3 credit hour course plus your $50. That can get a little technical there. That's something online. The online program started, I think, fall of 24, maybe. But other than that, as of today, those are the only fees that a student is required to pay. That is not covered under the TA.
Gotcha. Okay, awesome. Well, sweet. That's honestly not that bad at all. On top of it. Sweet.
Good. Glad to hear that.
Yeah.
We're
Let's
all
see.
glad to hear
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying we're all glad to hear that.
Yes. Because
Okay.
that $50 fee used to be $25, so that just kind of blew up on us all of a sudden.
Oh yeah. Well, it's still not bad. I can't complain.
Yeah.
I have a question as well with regards to certificates. You guys were talking a little bit about those. What kind of weight do those actually hold in a getting like hired type of environment or everything like that, like on a resume? What kind of weight would they hold? Because for me, it's like, oh, it's courses. It's a pretty name on top of a couple courses. As someone who would like hire me, what kind of difference does that make?
It's a perception thing, Brian, to be very honest, because if you can get two certificates, those are 6 courses, right? 3 each. And those 6 courses also show up on your transcript as part of your MS. To be honest, if I'm the employer and I'm looking at it, I'm like, it's the same thing. But I am an engineer. I look at things differently than non-engineering employers who might look at things differently. So if you go to an employer and they really want you to have Six Sigma on it, and even if you have a master's degree, or I've heard PhD students who have graduated with a PhD, they are told by their bosses, "Oh, you got to have a Six Sigma under your belt." So I have a PhD. No, you got to have a Six Sigma under your belt. Well, it's a perception thing. They've taken Six Sigma courses, but they just don't have a rubber stamped certificate from some authority. So it's a perception thing that looks nice, and it all depends on who you talk to. People like me don't care as long as the courses are there, but there's a big bunch, 95% of the people around here who are not like me, who will care about every name and every stamp. So that's why we created this. The certificates were actually meant for those who really did not want to seek a degree, but because we have a lot of students who are interested, in current students in the degree seeking program who are interested, we also started kind of open the doors for them. We said, hey, have it. It's already there. Everybody enjoy it. We don't know where it will make a difference, if that makes sense.
And
No,
one
that
thing
makes
I
perfect
always
sense.
tell students too is there's 2 things. Um, your resume could stand out from your fellow people that are going up for that job. And I have actually had a student to tell me that a couple of years ago. She was an engineering management student, but she got her 6 Sigma. And she told me that that's what made her stand out, kind of like with what he just said, that they again, it depends on who you're talking to, but they were focused in on that Six Sigma. So she had everything, but that made her stand out. But also too, if you're in human factors, so if you got a degree in Masters of Science in Industrial and Systems Engineering with a certificate in human factors, that kind of stands out a little bit more to let them know where your emphasis really lied within your degree. Again, it depends on who you're talking to, what they're looking for too.
Gotcha.
I'll
Well, yeah, no,
add,
that totally answers that.
I will add one
Sure.
thing to it, because they both talked about it depends on the perspective of who you're talking to. I'll add the perspective. It also matters how you can market it. So if you are applying for the job or whatever, talking to the recruiter, and you can say, yeah, I have the MS and ISE, you can also talk to your engineering logistics certificate, or you can talk to your healthcare systems engineering certificate. So it is a little bit on who you're talking to, if they care about it, if they, value that stamp, that extra stamp that you have, and also how well you can talk to it and how well you can market it. So it gives you another tool to market. We talk about an ISE all the time. When you take an ISE course, you're adding some more tools to your tool belt as an ISE. So these certificates add more tools to your tool belt in terms of marketing yourself, if that makes sense.
Sense. My whole job kind of right now is sales, it's recruiting, so I totally get that part. But on the
Yep.
civilian side, that makes total sense with the certificates.
Great questions, though. Great questions. Juliet, did any of this conversation, do you think of another question during this?
No, but I am really glad that Brian's here because he's asking questions and I'm like taking notes, just getting all this information.
Perfect. That's exactly what this session is for. It's a collaborative. Well done. As far as Brian, you received my email regarding your situation. So, if you want to take that further outside of here, we can definitely do that. But I think you pretty much put everything in there. And Juliet, we've already discussed the application process. What you would need to do is submit an application to grad school. There is a $65 app fee, and provide official transcripts from the University of Georgia. And if you attended any other college or university leading up to your UG degree, that would also be required. We do require a resume. The resume really gives us some more information on who you are, what you've done, and your background. So we prefer that compared to a personal statement. And 2 letters of professional recommendation. Some have a hard time providing 2 letters of rec, but the only thing we ask you is to do not have your personal, a friend, a family member to submit that recommendation. But try to maybe someone who's over you, supervisor, manager, a former mentor, or somebody through UG or somewhere along the way. We do ask for that. Once that is all compiled, grad school will release application to me. The industrial team, they're pretty quick on getting a response to me once we get that in. And then grad school's been moving pretty quick on getting everybody in. And once you're admitted, then we go through the registration process.
All right, perfect.
Great questions.
No questions for me.
Perfect. Thank you.
Wonderful. Well, great knowing you, Juliet and Brian. Hopefully, we'll see both your applications in soon. And for all the further questions, Dr. Reed will be your first point of contact in terms of academic. Brian, you might have some graduate work, so please work with him and Leanne as well on the side. All right. Anything else at this point?
If there's no other questions, I just want to highlight a sort of unique, but really positive thing about our program, our department, our university. U of L is a very specific size of university. We're not humongous, but we are large, but we're also not tiny. And admittedly, I'll tell on myself, I was at a facility tour for the online class. As I said earlier, it ran over like an hour. That's my fault. But here's the great thing. We have great people like Dr. Parikh, like Leanne, like Charlie, that are also on the call. They're also taking over and helping make sure things go smoothly. It speaks to, I think, in my opinion, the family environment at U of L, helping out. It's not just, one person doing this, one person doing that. There's teams all over the place taking care of things. And I think that also translates to the students as well, and making sure students are taken care of, student issues are taken care of, classroom issues are taken care of, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I just
Day
wanted to
and
poke
night.
in and say that one small thing. What's that?
Yep, we do that day and night. I was working last night.
Yeah, so I just wanted to poke in and highlight that. I think it's a great feature, not a bug, feature of our program and university and school. Okay, if there are no more questions, at least for now, you can always reach out to Leanne and myself on whatever questions you have. Please do. Emails on the screen there. I will share. Yeah.
Just with these slides, is it possible that we can get these or?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sweet.
I
Thank you.
actually wanted to, I'm glad you said that, because Charlie, I think I made a slight change. I'm going to send you the share version of the slides if they haven't already been shared. It's not a huge change. It's a small change, but I'll send that to you right after this is over. Absolutely. And if we need to meet one-on-one briefly to go over any of the information, to clarify anything, or just if you want to email about it, that's also acceptable, because it's a lot of information, right? And there's a lot of questions, and you want to make sure your plan's built out appropriately and meets your needs. So that's what
Juliet
we're here
being
for.
in Louisville area, she's always welcome. Once her documents are in and she's admitted, she's always welcome to visit us on campus, and Jacob Reed or one of our
Absolutely.
students can walk you through the department, get to meet all the other faculty who will be teaching in this program, and also see your labs. Absolutely, we welcome that. And you're always, local people are always invited to at all the events that we host, like picnics and tours. Dr. Reed will always invite you all.
Yep, absolutely. And Brian, you're welcome to fly in too. I just don't expect you to every time.
We'll see if I get a recruiting trip out there. Then if that happens, I'll pop by.
Yeah,
That's
maybe
good.
Brian would like to meet our IAB member, Lee Evans.
Yes, I was thinking about that. You can certainly connect both of them.
Yeah.
Okay. Call it a day then?
Call it a day. Really appreciate everyone stepping in and helping with this.
Oh, no problem. All right, Brian, Juliet, great knowing you. Charlie, Leanne, always a wonderful working with you guys. See you, Jacob. Take care.
Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.